Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. So this will be the first bonus read for 2020. So I'm going to use the Tarot Moocher for this. I only have a week now till I move house. I may be a little disrupted while I'm moving too. I'm staying with my daughter for a little while, so I'll be in a much smaller space while all my stuff goes into storage. And then once I find a new place, I will move. But I'm going to have a bit of a break first. And my daughter's very excited about me coming to stay there for a little while too. My other daughter is doing extremely well. She's going home tomorrow. She has been staying with daughter number 2 for a little while, and she's going home tomorrow, so she's very excited about going home. So I want to let you know how well she's doing, because I know a lot of you asked how she was during that time before Christmas. And that's pretty much all I need to say this morning. So using the Tarot Moocher and doing a bonus read. Oh, look, we have the sun coming out again. So we had the sun in the What's Cracking reading. How beautiful. 2 readings this morning, both produced the sun. This is really, really nice. For the people watching the reading, this is joy being brought in here. This is joy and happiness. This is to do with families. Look here, you've done this all by yourself. We have the Strength card coming in behind. Something you have come to. The 7 of Swords is sitting behind here with the King of Pentacles. So what I want to say to you here, there is some feeling here that you have learned that holding back or not expressing yourself or not being able to, I'm trying to think of the word for it. This is about, like, the 7 of Swords is often a card of trying to get away with things. And it feels to me maybe in the past you've held back, or you haven't been honest with someone about perhaps how you felt, or maybe you've just been a person who's not always expressed themselves well. And I feel like with this Strength card that you've somehow come to some sort of realization or some sort of conclusion here on how to express yourself better. And that's why you're getting the Sun. But to me, it looks like you're taking on the energy of this King of Pentacles. There is a celebration here. But you could be dealing with an earth sign where you haven't perhaps been speaking up to them. Now, it can also be that they haven't been expressing something to you. And perhaps with this Strength card and this Sun card, you have come to the conclusion that if people aren't going to express themselves in a way that's healthy, maybe you're just going to walk away here and do your own thing. So if you've been waiting for someone to come forward, apologise, express themselves, and you've been waiting for someone to do that and they haven't come forward, it's like sort of having your own closure and going, well, you know what? I'm not waiting for you any longer. I'm just going to move on with my life and get on with what I need to do. Very nice. Okay, so we have the Death card coming out here. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio as well. The Death card is the card of real transformation. It's very deep level transformation, this. There's been some sort of change in the way you do things, the way you see things here. It could have been something that's come over a period of time. Funny enough, I'm drawn to the towers in the background there. And the towers sort of look like the ones in Kuala Lumpur, but they also look like twin towers. That's some significance for somebody there. This is about really being able to, you know, have insight into the way you've done things or the way you've seen things and being able to change this. That's definitely what's going on here. You've closed out some sort of cycle here, again with the major arcanas. Definitely a changing out of the way you do things, the way you see things. Something's changed here. There's been a... Oh, and then we have the card of the Lovers, 3 major arcanas. Maybe it's about your choices in love. Maybe it's the way you choose love for yourself. Let me just get another... Oh, my goodness, and then I've got the Hermit. So I've got 4 major arcanas on the table, people. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who've had some sort of realization about how they choose to love people or how they choose to accept love from others. There's been a huge realization here, and they're understanding, or many of you are understanding how to accept love, how to feel love, how to work with love. So maybe you've been a person in the past that's always given. Maybe you're a person that's always invested in things that haven't given back to you. Maybe you've been a person that overloves, overthinks, overinvests. And something here tells me that you've had time to really look at the way you do things, and you've been brought some sort of awakening here about how you love. We couldn't have all major arcana. 6 of Wands coming in. So there's a victory here. There's a huge realization with the 6 of Pentacles. And the realization is around equal give and take. And there's your wish coming true here. So very, very clear messages here this morning for this reading. There's been lessons learned here. This cycle that people have been trying to finish out, it looks like it's coming to a close for many. And for a lot of people here, this is about understanding, about investing your love in people for no return. So for a lot of empaths watching today, for a lot of people who are on the journey of spirituality, for those people who are givers, the lesson here is either being learned or is about to come in for you around how you invest your love in other people, perhaps at your own detriment. So huge lesson coming in here. But what I want to say to you, there is victory and wishes coming true from this. I love, we've got 6s all over the table here. So whoever's into numerology, that is obviously going to mean a lot to you. We also have 2 9s here. So, and the 9 and the 6, of course, are the opposite reflection of each other. There is some really deep, meaningful message here. So if you haven't received this yet, you're about to go through this transformation that's going to take you through the end of a cycle. And it's about over-investing yourself in things that don't give you a return. Now, for some unknown reason, when you're empathic, it seems a natural thing to do to invest in people. There's nothing wrong with loving others. That's not what this is saying here. But loving others at the detriment of yourself is not healthy. It becomes toxic. So if you're dealing with people where you constantly invest in them and they constantly take from you, then the lesson here is to understand that that creates toxicity. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you, and it's certainly not healthy for the other person. So you are having some sort of realization here that is opening your world here to bringing in what you truly desire. So this is really a very beautiful thing. Look, and then we have the card of rebirth. I want to just sit for a moment on that because it's going to make me cry. I, often see people, giving so much to others of themselves and not really understanding, how much they're draining themselves, how much they're, not wasting their time because they feel that they're doing the right thing, but you are overly investing in things and not giving you a return. And this is an epiphany for many of you. This was your Tower moment. We have the 7 of Cups here. So this is the end of confusion. And then look what we have, Karma. We have the Justice card. So this reading is nearly all major arcana here. This is about clearing your karma. This is about clearing these things about yourself that do not serve you. It's like lifting the weight off your back. End of a cycle. Being able to put things down. I'm sure many of you are walking around with sore backs and sore shoulders at the moment, and carrying this responsibility of supporting others and leaving yourself tired and worn out from it. Beautiful, beautiful reading. I didn't go back and have a look at the bottom of the deck, but that card wants to come out, so I'm going to take it. And I just want to go back and have a look. Okay, so we have the Sun coming out. We've had the Sun in both readings. Both readings today talk about clearing karma. So whoever's doing this work here, if you haven't had this wake up, realization, transformation, it's about to come, and it's coming in a big way here. It's about you investing in yourself, investing in who you are, understanding your importance in the world, understanding your own value here. Seven of Swords says to me that a lot of you don't speak up for yourself. A lot of you just take things. You don't feel that you can express yourself. You try to get away with not expressing yourself. For some of you, this is about dealing with someone here who could be a person in your life that you're doing this with. Someone who could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, could be a husband. But you're definitely celebrating some sort of joy here that this sunshine is bringing in. For some of you, it's about you now realizing that you have the power and capacity to speak up for yourself. You don't have to put up with stuff if you don't want to. The card you've got out is Clean It Up, which is card 21. Okay, so the essential meaning here is getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house and sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. That's why you have this Nine of Cups here. Have a wonderful day.